One day I was driving down the highway when someone in the car in front of me threw this whole thing of French fries out the window, and I watched it flying through the air, and it hit right in my windshield in this French fry explosion. And some of those fries got trapped under the wiper, and I think there's maybe some sort of air intake there, because within less than a second, and I could smell the French fries. Now, it was in the afternoon, I'd had lunch, I was not planning on eating anything. The second I smelled those things, the thoughts came into my mind. The craziest one was like, okay, what if I open the window and reach around? Could I grab the fries and eat them while I'm driving? And I'm like, no, that's crazy. I'll just pull over and get some. And then I was like, where did these thoughts come from? This is not what I want. Have you ever had anything like that? Like you weren't planning on eating, but then you smell something or you see something. It's like it goes straight past the logic circuits and right into some emotional center where all of a sudden you're hungry where you weren't hungry before. So I've experienced this a lot of times, and I think it illustrates so clearly what an impact our environment has on whether we'll have success with some sort of weight loss process or not. Let me illustrate it this way. Let's run a little test. In test number 1, we're going to sit you down at a table, and on that table is just going to be one freshly glazed donut, and you have to sit there at that table and stare at the donut without eating it for 30 minutes. All right, go. Now in test 2, we're going to take you to a park and have you walk on a nice trail out in a beautiful woods like this. And now we're going to see in which scenario do you end up eating a donut, right? So obviously the environment that we're placed in has a huge impact, and here we're making it extreme, but our whole lives are basically less intense variations of that. If we're encountering food that's unhealthy to us, especially stuff that is designed to get our attention and it's bypassing all of our rational thinking, okay, if all day long we have to be saying no, 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 it's going to be a lot more likely that we end up eating some of that stuff than if we're in a space where we're not forced to make that choice. So much marketing coming at us, wanting to sell us products, sell us food, sell us experiences. We want to design our life. We want to design our experience so that we can protect our health from so many toxic and unhealthy things that are coming at us. In order to ensure that we make progress, you have to be very thoughtful to do that. Marketing is not thoughtful. Companies are not thoughtful. But we can be thoughtful in how we structure our life so that we can have the results that we want. I'm going to focus here specifically on our situation at home. Home should be our sanctuary. Home should be the safest place. Have we designed it so that it's a therapeutic place, that everything about it just supports our thriving and health and well-being? I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you create a successful weight loss environment at home. The first one is to win the battle at the grocery store. All right, you want to make the right decision when you're shopping for the food. So I always tell people, go shopping after lunch or after breakfast, after dinner, sometime when you're not really hungry, so that you're thinking with a clear mind, and make a list. Plan ahead, figure out what the things are that you need, and then stick to the list. If you head into the grocery store aimless and you're grabbing everything that catches your eye, chances are that you won't make as good of decisions. If you're buying something at the store and you're bringing it into your house, the chance is very high that you're going to eat it. So if it's something that you don't want to eat, make that decision already at the grocery store when you're not so hungry and you're thinking clearly. Because if you buy some cookies and you bring those into your house, okay, and now it's the evening, now you're stressed, now you're looking for something, and you have to sit there and decide not to eat the cookies. That's just like the donut test, right? It's going to be very hard for you to say no to that, and probably you're not going to. So just keep them out of the shopping cart, and you're already protecting the environment of your home. Step 2 is within the house, put the food away. If we are seeing food all the time, it's going to be harder for us to make decisions to not eat it. We want to be able to go through our day like the person walking through the park, right? We're out in nature, we're not seeing food, and so we don't even have to make a decision. We can make our house like that, and that way we can go about our day, we're doing what we do, and we aren't getting those little messages, oh, you could eat this, oh, you could eat this, no, I have to say no, it's not time. So put the food away in the cupboard, in the pantry, in the fridge, in the freezer, whatever it takes to just keep that food-free space clear is going to help you a lot. And the third point is to develop a routine. So our bodies thrive on routines. Routine's so healthy. Hunger itself is part of a routine in the body. We tend to get hungry when we're used to eating. So if you get in a routine, oh, I only eat at these certain times, it's going to be much easier to control hunger in that space outside of those times. That's how we get into a fasting space. A routine of eating less frequently. For most people, eating 2 times in a day, perfectly satisfactory, and then keep food-free space open. Have some coffee in the morning, eat a nice, healthy lunch, eat a nice, healthy dinner, clear out all the snacks, and then incorporate other healthy things into that routine, making sure that you're getting some at least low-level physical activity, going for a walk, getting outside. Very hard to feel very hungry when you're out being active and taking a walk. And then making sure you're staying hydrated. All these things can help you manage hunger. But what about the times when you're not hungry? How do you manage not being hungry? It's equally important. A very interesting thing to think about, not often thought about. We are going to ponder that in this next video right here. I'll see you there.